in the bag with Honest Abe.
This is Honest Abe Disc Golf. Well, all right, guys, we are back. It is the next day. We are out here at Clayton's. Man, I love this course. It's so great. Offers such a variety of shots, which is what we're going to be doing today with our bag. So we got our bag. This is the start of the bag. You know, for this season, some discs are going to come in and out of it. Right now, I got 30 discs in here. I'm going to try to limit that down a little bit. So we're going to dive right in with the putters. Let's do it. All right, well, we got a little rain shower blowing through, so we're going to talk a little bit out on the course as well as we kind of go through today. Basically, we are just going to be big old plane flying through. Sweet. All right, yeah. So we have the airport, and the Air Force Base is literally just right over the hill here. So, but yeah. So we got the bag rolling. We got our PA3s. We got our pink PA3s. These are our putting putters for the year. I just ordered Luke Humphrey's signature disc, the good boy. It dropped today. I bought that. I want to see how it feels. So it's going to be probably a little bit more overstable, but it's supposed to have more glide. It's like a 3502. So could be a great throwing putter. So got the PA3s. These are the 300 soft plastics. I have my two throwing PA3s in the bag. I have my 500 plastic PA3, and then I have my reblend. Of course, we're rocking the pink. All right, and then I have my my softy, my ultra soft PA3 for the hills. Always keep that in the bag for something. And then I have my 300 soft PA5 and my team PA5 stamp. My understable putters when I need those shots. So there you go. Those are the putters for this season. They haven't changed. They're probably never going to change. We'll see about the good boy. All right, guys, hole 0. We're just going to walk and talk a little bit today. I'll show you some clips of footage here and there. But yeah, so through 4 putts. I think I'm going to throw the trail here. It's 2 something up the hill. I'm going to throw a couple. Also, I realized I left the mics in the car. My wife ran to the store, so my bad. All right, that's up on the hill. I want to try this FX4. We'll talk about this here in a little bit, but it did make the bag. Good deal. All right, trail's just a little off the camera side here, but good putter, pretty putt. All right. Oh my gosh. Woo! All right, guys, that was hilarious. I haven't thrown this feedback at least in a month. And I almost aced hole 1 there. I hit the cage. Go like and subscribe for that. I don't care. We'll talk about the fairways in a little bit, but let's talk about the approach discs in my bag. All right, only got a couple. So we have the A2. This is in the 300 shaft. It's a 4403. And then I have the A2 in the glow, which is a 4.2.0 for the Revenant. So these are my overstable ones, and I can just rely on these on a good forehand. I can also throw these backhand as well. So those are my two approaches for the A2s. My A4s, I have a 300 plastic pink A4, and then my other one, which is in the pinkish peach color, that is in the 500 plastic. This one is very point and shoot straight, and this thing whistles when it's thrown. So we're here on hole 2. We're -1 so far. We're doing pretty good, and yeah, wow, can't believe I almost aced. Hit the basket. That's awesome. All right, here we go. That's not bad. All right, tournament, I might lay up for par, but got to get the practice in. We're going to shoot for it. Tap around next hole. All right, up around the corner, 300 feet. Take our feedback. All right, -2 after what, 4? Not bad. Yeah, we're going to talk about mid-ranges, and I have to get used to a heavy bag again with 30 discs in it instead of just carrying like 15 discs. So doubling the weight capacity, bigger bag, and it is a lot more moist out here. Maryville must have got more rain than we did because, man, it's soggy. All right, so mid-ranges, we got the MVP uplink. So this is going to be another understable mid-range for me. This thing definitely on the backhand likes to drift back towards the right. So there you go. We have my Ultra Soft D4 from my Winter in the Woods. Love this disc. I'm sorry, M4 mid-range. We have my other white M4. We have my M5, another understable mid-range for me. And then we have a forehand mid-range, which is the MX1. And we just ordered the MX2 Admiral stamp that just dropped this morning. Pretty sick. Can't wait to throw that one. Throw the M4 straight at it. That'll do. I realized what I was doing wrong with this one the other day when I was out in the field. I was throwing them too flat and a little bit of anhyzer. Got to put this white one on a little bit of hyzer. So, birdie putt. Oh. Second one. Another feedback. I've learned my lesson on this hole. Lay up for par. All right, on the fairways here on hole 6. So don't have too many in the bag, so I'm gonna label up to 9 speeds as my fairways, even though a lot of times I do go up to 10 speeds, which the next 3 discs are 10 speeds, but I'll lump those in with distance drivers. So we have a Star Eagle from Innova. It is a 7.4 -1.3. So Great disc. I love this thing. If I just need something that's short that I know it's going to spike hard, I'm going to be using the Innova Eagle. Next is the F3. So I'm playing with this one. This is an 8.5 -2.2. So pretty point and shoot straight flyer for me. Really do like this one. But I do have the FX4 in my bag as well, which is a 9.5 -2.2. So very similar discs. I just want to see how they fly on a backhand and a forehand and which one I prefer more. Whichever one I prefer more, probably the FX4 is going to go in the bag for this season. But very similar, each just an 8 and 9 speed, one off. So we'll see how those work out. Next, I have the Discraft Heat. This is my understable fairway. And so if I need a backhand that's understable, this is a 9.6 -3.1, I believe. And this pink one is definitely understable. So if I need something to pan a lot to the right, I'm gonna go with the Heat on a backhand if I don't have a forehand shot. I still throw this on the forehand. I just gotta pop it up on hyzer. And then there's no surprise here. I have my 3 feedbacks. So I have my KJ feedback. This one is beaten in, this one is worn. This one's a lot straighter. Really like this one. Not as straight as my Brandon Brown one. So the numbers on a feedback are 9.5 -1.3. I can chuck these things on a forehand. The Brandon Brown one is very straight. This one is less straight, and I have a couple more. I have my Gold Glimmer one now. I got the pink reblend one that's coming, and then I got 2 more on the shelf. And then I have my Sheep and Wolf's Clothing. This is the ultra soft one. This one is definitely more overstable. Really like this one as well. So there you go. My feedbacks, these are the main discs in my bag. These are the ones I go to. That's why I have so many extra copies for hole 6. I think we're -2 or 3. Not doing too bad. Let's do it. I'm gonna first try the backhand with the Heat. Try to get around the basket's over around the corner. Nope. Good tree, not lost. All right, let's throw the feedback on the forehand. This is my shot. This is always my shot here. I just take my straight feedback, pump it right in the gap. Miss it, go around it. Oh! All right, that's not bad. Next hole. Take the trail. All right, tap the rain here. On to drivers. All right, guys. If you've come this far, thank you so much for watching my in the bag. Like I said, this thing's gonna change up a lot during the year. I forgot one for the fairways. I have a Shadowfax in the bag, which is a 9.5 -2 1.5. So definitely a lot of ones that play into the same slot, but because I am mainly a forehand player, I want to see which ones work best for my forehand. But I am liking the FX4 right now. Haven't thrown the Shadowfax a whole lot. All right, so on to distance drivers. Well, you guys just saw we have the MVP Trail. It's a 10.5 -1.1, pretty straight. I threw that last shot low, but really like the Trail. All right, so and then we have my Kevin Jones. This is at my H1. This is an 11.5, like -2.1 or something like that. So great disc. Love this H1. This was one of my go-tos originally. Really love it. Then I have my H4 V2, which is a 10.5 negative to 1.5. So pretty point, straight and shoe. This is in the 400 plastic. Really enjoy this disc. Still working this one in. Got to learn to pop this one more up on hyzer and let it pop up and do its thing. And then my two D1s. Like I said, I'm not going much past a 12 speed. Probably might not even throw my 11 speeds a whole lot this season. But I have my Prodigy Stamp D1. This is in the Spectrum plastic. And then I have my Ultra Soft D1. Love these two things. They're great discs. We're here on iconic hole 8, which is now hole 9. Once they relabel the course, let's do it. All right, we're gonna try a couple shots on this hole. First, I want to try the uplink. Then I'm gonna throw the MX1 on the forehand. So, uplink basically straight at it, right down the hill. See it poking up over there. 2 something, plays downhill, 150-ish. So they're right past it. Great shot though. Right, that was an ace line. That was the ace line. All right, MX1, straight. Another great line. Little inside though. Not bad. Try A2. Too much. My A4. Come on, come back out of it. There we go. All right, that was a great shot for the uplink for the long basket. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my in the bag for 2026. I'll update you guys as we go. But that's the front 9 here at Clayton's. Fun in the bag with Honest Abe. We'll see you in the next one.